anybody representing
I don't
us.
think either. And every time they came, they said they were short-handed. They did every time they called or anything, it was a different person, and they were short-handed and they didn't have any workers. So my opinion is they just picked them up off the street with no training or anything else and took them in there to make judgment on children.
Well, and maybe that's what the feds are looking at. Maybe somebody needs to go to jail over this.
I think they do, and I think they need to lose their jobs too.
Well, now we've had 2 or 3 cases in this county where we've had bad deals with kids. I know one particular case where this the girl was living with the guy, and he I don't know, shook the baby or killed the baby or something like that, and that baby is dead. That baby is in the cemetery at Slady Fork. So it's a serious thing. And then you
Yes.
remember the story of the boy who was given by CPS to the grandpa, and he just grabbed the gun and blew his head off at breakfast table, then killed himself.
That's what I'm afraid is going to happen to my granddaughter because her daddy has been in drug gangs and bad stuff all of his life, and I'm scared to death something's going to happen to her, that a gang member's going to go in and she's going to be in the middle of the episode that goes on.
And gets killed.
Yes.
Okay. You had custody. You didn't get to go to. You didn't get to hearing. Who would been okay? The big judge. I call him the big judge. He's the circuit judge. He heard it, but he wouldn't have you talk or give your testimony.
I don't know. I wasn't even down there. I mean, I didn't even get in the courtroom.
Oh, okay. You
I didn't.
didn't.
I didn't even get in the courtroom. They came out and the paper server come out, Lester, and told me that there wasn't no hearing. I mean, I didn't have to. I wasn't there. I didn't know why they sent them papers that they didn't have that or whatever. That's the only papers I've ever received for any kind of hearings whatsoever on her.
The only time you've been involved in this. How did you get a hold of this custody paper? This paper that said you had custody, even if it's only temporary.
Uh, that Angela brought the papers from Jennifer Dunn's up here when she came on Monday to my house. Angela had those papers that Jennifer Dunn's had signed.
So Jennifer had signed the papers?
Yes, that's this court order here.
Oh, yeah. Can you find that thing there? Now, are you sure it was her that signed this?
Well, it was Judge the magistrate, and it's JB on it.
Well, but that wouldn't. Yeah, I see what you're telling me.
JD.
Is it JD or JB? It looked like a B to me.
Well, it was fixed up in Marlton, or who? There's
Okay, so somebody in Marlton fixed it up.
Yeah, it's at the courthouse down here. The papers was fixed up.
And does it claim to be a magistrate signed it?
Well, it says magistrate. Judge or the magistrate
Okay.
on the 11th of 11/24.
Let's see if I can get up close and see that. Okay.
And
So now what does that letter say?
this says that the only thing it says on it really is that Tilly was living in an unsafe condition
Okay.
where she was living at. And there's Angela's name.
Okay, Angela McMillian. So now is this, where is Tilly right now, as far as you know?
I have no idea. They wouldn't tell me when they took her.
Is she with the daddy?
Supposedly that's where she's supposed to be, but that social worker wouldn't tell me where she was going, wouldn't give me the address or nothing.
Okay, so they're keeping that secret from you. And,
Yes.
all right, I think we've pretty well got a good idea of what's in. Now tell me, what are you doing at the state level? You've been to Charleston several times, right?
Yes.
What kind of response are you getting at Charleston?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You mean the state's not doing a thing?
No, nothing. I have never got a call back. When I called the emergency CPS worker last week in Charleston, she didn't even want me to talk about it. Finally, she took a report and she told me she would get back, which I've never heard anything for the emergency welfare check. She told me they don't do that the state police has to do that, and I'd have to file with them, which I did in September. In September the 15th, I went to Chapmansfield to the state police office. I've called down there once for a welfare check. Whether they did a welfare check or not, I don't know. But I have no idea, other than they did come to the state police office with her that day we went down there on the 15th of September. And whether they're living down there, I don't know. I have no idea where she's
So
at.
you don't know anything about the kid. You don't even know whether she's alive, right?
No, I don't.
Will CPS not tell you anything?
I haven't called Lewisburg since this happened.
Okay.
Because she called me and told me.
Well, Jennifer gave me a hotline to him. Looks like I'm going to have to call too.
And
And the reason that we want to put this on the internet is we want people to know what's going on in this county with child welfare.
yes.
And I know that's your purpose in it. It's kind of amazing that a great grandmother would take on such a responsibility. But you see, my understanding is, and of course, I've been told at the courthouse, I was told it's none of my business. I said, well, I was asked, why do you, what's your interest in this? And I said, well, number one, I'm a Christian. Number two, I'm a pastor. And I said, God Almighty has got an interest in this case.
Yes.
But I found out through the official resource that God Almighty has no jurisdiction in Pocahontas County. I understand that pretty well now. And of course, I was disappointed. I went to Jennifer, a friend of mine, and a person with a lot of respect, and she didn't seem to know a whole lot about it.
I can't understand that the law don't want to get involved in anything that goes on in this county. I just cannot understand. They know where all the drugs and everything else is at, where everything's coming, and they won't do one thing.
Yeah. Well, I've been really disappointed, and I almost broke down in tears in front of Jennifer and in front of the prosecutor when I talked to her. But as I was driving up Woodrow Mountain, I got mad.
Yeah.
I got mad when I was told that God didn't have any part in this, and I had no business. I am a school teacher. I am required by the state of West Virginia.
And you're my minister.
And I'm your minister. And I told him that you go to church. I showed him the picture of this child, one that was taken at church. And I gave you a picture of that, and I'm glad I did. But I'm disgusted. I'm utterly disgusted. And I hope that people listening to this or watching this will call CPS or call the courthouse and tell them that let's get God back in the Pocahontas County Courthouse.
Yes.